Good evening. It's my pleasure to welcome the families, friends, and viewers to the DeKalb High School theater production, Christmas Through the Years, under the direction of Mr. Jed Friels. And our next stop is a home in France.
En votre santé, Jacqueline. Joyeux Noël. Merci, Jacqueline. To your elves as well. For you, Andre, my brave little boiser. I suppose that now you are fighting with the resistance. We no longer delude you on, n'est-ce pas? I have been hiding in the Roslau barn, off and on, along with the most hideous rats you ever saw. Of course, I could not let the Roslau children know that they scared me half to death. So I said, oh la la, now there's a big one. I suppose we shall give it a name. They named the ugly thing Jacqueline. Pour vous, mademoiselle? Why, thank you, children. Oh, Andre. Did I tell you that grandmama rode her bike all this way just to make sure I was safe? Of course, it would be a foolish soldier who tried to confiscate a bike with ground on it. I hope you both have a dry barn to sleep in tonight. Those fleas bite you half to death, no? Oh, pardon, Francois, I have not brought any wine for you, mon cher. If my little boiser were not with us, I would tell you how much I miss you. But for now, well, tomorrow I will mend the wheelbarrow and tend the pump and go on counting the days. Anyway, the Germans have finally left the area, and it feels so good to be safe again. You see, I did not take the nativity. I took it with me in the palm. I wish the news were better. This awful snowy weather means we cannot get air support from the Allies. Still, tonight is a glorious one, and I pray that wherever you are, the Christmas star keeps you safe. Ah, Jacqueline, is it time to have some of that nice cheese we hid away to celebrate the Christ child's birth? Mais oui, Jacqueline, what a clever girl you are. Why, thank you, no thank you. By the way, you may have noticed this rather strange habit I have acquired of talking to myself. It comes from being alone. Yes, it is personality. Do not go away. I shall return to the suite with the cheese.
Do not make a sound, Fräulein. I've warned you just once. Understand? Where are the others?
There is no one here.
Do you think I cannot see their sleep places set?
I can see we are both shaking. Perhaps you are frightened as I am.
Me? Frightened? Listen to me. I'm a soldier of the German army. I have a knife on her, and will use it unless you come out with your hands up.
Mr. Hansel, Monsieur, you are talking to nothing more than a few old hands out in the barn.
Give me one last chance, Fräulein. Who's the vine cord for?
My fiancé and my brother are fighting in the war. I said extra places so I won't feel so alone. That is the truth! Oh, it is only that I noticed. You are bleeding.
He's nothing.
I won't have you bleeding on my kitchen floor. So if you will, put away the knife, s'il vous plaît, I will take care of it. is antiseptic. Of course they have stolen it. Perhaps a little vinegar will do. Oh, I am sorry, I'm sorry.
Do not be frightened, Fräulein. I will not harm you.
Thank you, monsieur. Pouvez-vous essayer, s'il vous plaît? I know it's sting alive.
9. I feel nothing.
It should prevent infection. I only look for a soft gauze. I took some things with me while I was staying away some nights. Has not been good here.
Not good anywhere.
Yes. But there was here I was talking about. First the planes. Destroys the roads, I said, but everywhere they bomb human beings. Never will I forget these sounds. First the bomb screaming, then the people. That was the worst. Broken people crying for a doctor to help. People crying like babies for their mothers. The bodies of children staring motionless in death. Then when the German troops came, morphia eating at the stomach, they were everywhere, day and night. Until finally, one morning it was quiet. It has been many days since any German troops were here. So what are you doing out here now, bothering me like this?
I'm sorry. I have walked a very long way through the forest for many days.
I suppose you have not eaten? Then, on Christmas Eve, no one should go hungry.
It is Christmas Eve.
You did not know.
Stay right where you are. Who speaks English?
Most of us speak and understand really net, monsieur.
Monsieur, as a French fighter was an American?
I do not know it!
Stay right where you are, both of you.
Please, I only wish to tell you.
You don't need to tell me anything until I have a look around.
My God. Taken in by a child.
I am 18 and think you are not much older yourself.
True. But I'm a soldier of the German army.
Would you be quiet about the German army
Tricked by a female.
and allow your ego a little holiday?
You cannot speak to me like that.
Shut up! I think you're both forgetting. I'm the one with the gun on you here. Now, who are you and what is going on here?
My name is Jacqueline Boulet, and I live here. I do not want any trouble in this house, so we will all sit down.
Hold on. You don't make rules for me. How long have you been collaborating with the Nazis?
She was not collaborating.
The soldier came in here just as you do. Since there was Christmas Eve and he has not eaten, I was giving him something to eat.
Christmas Eve? Already?
Yes. And since this is my house, we will all sit down now.
That's what we're gonna do, all sit down. But don't forget, guns don't have rules of etiquette. In fact, this gun has the first and last word here.
I was about to cut some bread. Of course, this awful pain noir is all we can get, but the cheese is good.
You got any vehicles around here?
No, I am afraid not, monsieur. We still use horse and wagon on the farm.
You stay here with me. I'm gonna need some provisions for the road and a blanket and some sort of transport. Got that straight?
What did you have in mind? A fancy carriage?
It doesn't have to be fancy.
That's lucky.
Whatever goes the fastest.
That would be up to you, monsieur, since you will be pulling it yourself.
Listen, I haven't slept in weeks. I have been walking for days, crapping and puking my guts out on the side of the road. So if you're not chummy with the enemy, and that had better be true, I suggest you remember who your friends are.
Of course. And if you will not speak to me like that, perhaps it will be easier.
I'm sorry, but I need your fastest horse. Damn it, will you just listen? I assume you have something in the barn that has legs, so whatever it is, you just hitch it to a wagon and I'll make the best time that I can. Does someone want to tell me what's funny? You know, to me, this war is no joke.
I suppose I smile, because I'm too tired to even feel much fear anymore. I am so tired of being cold and hungry and lonely, and I am so very tired of this war. Then tonight, when I try to pretend a little happiness on Christmas Eve, what do I get? You too! So I hope a little smile was forgivable as I pictured the scene of you being pulled through the countryside by two skinny little ends.
I thought you said you had horses.
Not since the soldiers came. Luckily, they left the captain a few ends.
Damn it.
Oh, sad that on this beautiful holy night, you were both separated from your units, lost in the...
Hell no, I wasn't lost.
Nein, not lost. They know where I am, and they will be here very soon.
Are they ready for a little skirmish? Because my buddies are going to be here any minute.
Jump. And that is why you were eager to run away.
Just shut up! Okay, sit down. What the hell are you doing?
These were carved by my grandfather, each one by hand.
Very nice.
On Christmas Eve, we are allowed to place one thing in the crèche for each good deed we complete during Advent. You see, we do it this way. Blessed Mary. I know this night is difficult, but do not be afraid. The sheep will keep your baby warm and wise men along the way. The sheep is for me, Jacqueline Boulet, who sang her prayers last night even though she was very tired. And this is from Monsieur, your name?
I'm called Reinhold Schultz.
Jeez, that's a good crowd name.
And Eve's good deed is? Do not worry, you can use the same as mine. He was also very tired last night, Mary, but I know he said his prayers. And this shepherd is from? Monsieur, your name? Mary is waiting.
Miller. Eddie Miller.
Miller. You could crowd name yourself.
Miller's as American as apple pie.
Oh, to be sure, Herr Mueller. So, did it hit nerve? You are traitor fighting against your own blood.
My grandfather came to the USA a long time ago, and that makes me 100% American. So say anything like that again, and you'll be spitting teeth. Understand?
Stop! You will not be enemies in this house.
Not be enemies, Fräulein. That is foolish talk. He has a gun. He is in no position to take a prisoner. So, when it pleases him, he will shoot me, and he will enjoy it. You have heard perhaps how the Americans kept bombing the south of France, even after there was no further need, except to enjoy the destruction.
I never heard stuff like that. But I can't tell you what I have seen. Germans annihilating everyone in sight, all for de Fuhrer.
I wish you could meet my Francois. He He says that war makes people on all sides commit unspeakable atrocities. I believe he is right. Both of you, stop playing enemy roles. Not on this night. Not on Christmas Eve. Do you know what happened on Christmas Eve in the trenches during the First World War?
Who gives a damn?
Come on, Natty Miller. Here, the Germans. Here, the Allies. From across the field, the Germans can hear the Americans singing. Silent night, holy night. And the Americans can hear the Germans singing. All is calm, all is white. Soon, both sides begin to sing together, and slowly, one by one, the men appear from the safety of their trenches. They walk toward one another until they are close enough to say, Joyeux Noël. That is, the Americans would have said it in English, this way. The Americans. Well, say it. Come on, say it. Say it. Say to him, Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas.
Merci. As the Germans would say.
Frohe Weihnachten.
That's a bunch of baloney.
No, she speaks the truth. I remember hearing something from my uncle.
The soldiers smile. It feels so good to smile for a change. They are so tired of the killing. One offers cigarettes as a gift. Another has coins. They show one another pictures. See, says one. These are my beautiful children. These beautiful children are yours? What a lucky man. Oh, ho, ho, ho. And this? This is my beautiful wife. Oh, you can see she is almost as lovely as mine. That is true. You are a lucky man yourself. Remember, these men are taught to call one another the enemy.
So what happened?
Yeah, eventually, the men must return to their trenches.
And then?
Sadly, the next day they must resume fighting with one another.
You and your touching little stories. You know what? You didn't know a thing about life, whereas I had to find out in a hurry. A guy finishes up high school so that he can have a future. Is that so much to expect? But Uncle Sam grabs you. You're shoved overseas before you know it hits you. They tell you you better get the bastards before they get you. Go ahead, soldier. Walk right up to the bullets, and unless you're dead, well, you'll see things that'll give you nightmares for the rest of your life. I couldn't even tell you. Guys right next to me are just... There's pieces of them landing all over me. I've lost a cousin and some good buddies in this damn war already. So maybe you had better come out of your merriest waiting dream world and join the rest of us.
My parents, caught in a crossfire, innocent victims of this war, as we all are, but whose innocent bullets killed them, eh? German? American? Maybe even French. were begun by a sergeant. They tried, but were unable to move fast enough. They shouted to him, "One! Poor Papa. He did his best, and Mama, she would not leave him. They never hurt a sword, either one of them, and I will never see them again." Listen to me, both of you. War is the enemy, not the people, not any of us. So we are all going to sit down together and have some appearance of a Christmas Eve supper. We will not be enemies.
I do not know times anymore. Okay.
To sit on a toilet seat. To wear clothes that aren't crawling with lice. To have food and eat it with a fork. Over here, your hands are always covered with blood and filth. Thank you.
Tonight, no one is an enemy. When you leave this house, you will go peacefully on two different paths without looking back. I am sorry it is not more festive for Christmas Eve, but of course I was expecting no one but myself.
You forget to hen.
Of course, I should have decorated.
No matter. I know a few hens who appreciate the finer things.
Yeah.
We could put out our shoes for Père Noël, though he would have to fill them with snow instead of candy.
My very first memory of a piece of candy is from my shoe. Fancy chocolate that Nike Rupert left in my little brown shoe. Advent was the only time of year I had power over my brother Gunther. He was afraid that if I told he had been naughty, that Nike Rupert would have to use a switch.
Oh, would night you put out your shoes in America?
I don't understand what you mean.
You know, so Père Noël can put in little sweets if you have been good. I believe in America, you put them on your windowsill.
Do you mean hang out my stocking?
Oh, you are serious?
Well, yeah.
You put your stocking in the windowsill for Père Noël.
Yeah?
Excuse me for saying so, but doesn't Père Noël laugh to see such a thing?
Fraulein, you do not still,
Of course not. I found out last year when my shoe was empty.
When I was a kid, my mother let us paint pine cones for decoration. All we had was this silver radiator paint. We almost passed out from the fumes. But we thought our tones were good enough for John D. Rockefeller. Kids don't do stuff like that now. They got tinsel you buy in stores.
in Germany, for so many years, there has been no money. Ever since the First World War, my grandmother says that the world has been bleeding Germany, making us pay reparation when our people had no food, no money. Some of our children dying from starvation. Until Hitler brought us back on our feet. My family was luckier than many. My father being a surgeon, as I should be also. He jokes with my mother, saying he'll hang a sign in the parlor window. Schultz and Son, surgeons. Und Mama Schultz at the piano. But that will have to wait until God decides it is time for us to win this war.
I am sure Eddie Miller believes just as strongly that God is on his side. So perhaps we won't make God part of such a conversation. When the war is over, Francois and I will be married. His parents are waiting for us to take over the farm, and I will have 4 little boys, each one named Francois.
This here's Dottie. As soon as we get married, we're heading for a spot I got picked out up in the mountains. We're gonna raise kids and horses. I gave her a diamond before we shipped out, and I'm gonna get her another one, a bigger one, for our first anniversary. Yeah, I'm one lucky son of a gun. Excuse me, Jacqueline.
The stars are out. I remember on Christmas Eve we used to go to the village for Mass. So excited to be up at midnight. Papa would pack the wagon for the way home, and Mama would tuck us under a big scratchy blanket. When we were home and asleep, they would set up a tree right in this very room for Père Noël to decorate when he came to fill the shoes. Come, let us have a tree.
When Mama and Papa were ready to do the tree, they would say, "All right, you two, now shoo." Gunter and I would have to wait upstairs until it was ready. And then we'd fall over each other to be the first one to open the parlor door. What a sight. All dark inside, except the candles and sparklers lighting up the tree. After we'd opened our presents, Uncle Boris would get up and dance. And we'd all join in.
Yes, Eddie, come along.
Hey, I was a pretty good jitterbugger in high school.
And then we got too excited. When we got too excited, my mom would say, all right, let's settle down. Shall we sing a carol to greet the Christian? Those days, we were happy. Yet no one.
I will go get us some Christmas supper. What happened?
Well, he sure took off, didn't he? I didn't think he'd do that, you know. So what the hell? At least he didn't shoot me. He could have, you know. But he didn't. Oh, Jesus, my guts are screaming at me. And now I've hit my damn head, too.
I have something in here. Take this. It's a dysentery that comes from malnutrition, from scavenging. I was lucky enough to get cabbage scraps from a farmer's pig. Cabbage scraps and maggots. Yesterday, I had chocolate and cabbage soup from a dead soldier. Such things no longer make me shudder.
I'm sorry, man. I thought you'd run out. I guess I couldn't have blamed you.
You have quite the bump on your forehead. Perhaps a strip of cloth and some water will do, Fraulein. Thank you. Just hold your hand up here.
Okay.
Food will make everyone feel better.
Thanks. You'll make a real good doctor someday. And I hope it'll be soon.
Youth raise horses and children.
Christmas super! There is lard for the bread and some meat. Only cow's lung, but you both need your strength.
You are a kind person, Jacqueline. It is a handsome Christmas supper.
Peace be with you, Eddie Miller, this night and forevermore. Peace be with you, Reinhold Schultz, this night and forevermore.
Peace to you.
His name is Eddie.
Peace to you, Eddie.
Same here, Reinhold.
It is time, little ones, it is time. Shall we sing a carol to greet the Christ card? Silent night,
Holy night, all is calm, all is bright. Round young Virgin Mother and Child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sweet and heavenly peace, sweet and heavenly peace.
It was 6 months before the fighting stopped. For so many of them, not soon enough.
War. It leaves no one untouched. My defining moment came soon after that Christmas Eve night, in the battle the Americans call the Battle of the Bulge. When it happened, it was strange. I felt nothing. So strange to feel nothing. I looked down, bone and muscle shattered, my whole forearm destroyed. It killed my father. But of course, that wasn't the worst news. For we heard from the Russian front that Gunther would never return.
My folks had heard that rumor on the radio that the 106 got wiped out at the Bulge. So when I turned up, it was a day to celebrate. Except that Dottie wasn't at the house. My mother was the one who had to tell me. She got herself pregnant. Eddie, you gotta marry some soldier from out west, so you just gotta forget her. Just like that. Forget her, Eddie. She turned out to be no good. See, Mom wouldn't understand what can happen to good people in wartime. I guess I fell for it. I went out of my head for a little while. They had me down at the VA until I got back on my feet. I even got married. We live in one of those new developments like they're building now, with these little yards out front. I put in a couple of tomato plants and some nasardiums for Guinea. I go out there sometimes and look at the stars. And life's okay.
I am a school teacher now. So great than Ellsberg Grunschel. It is Guten Morgen, Herr Schultz, and Danke, Herr Schultz, until they think I'm out of earshot, and then they call me Al Schultzy. I try to light the academic fire under them. When we look up at the heavens, I say, notice, children, how the stars can populate the sky without the need to destroy one another. My budding scientist, Kurt, looks up with those bright eyes and says, and the stars, Herr Schultz, they good for wishing on too, ja? Ja, Kurt, I say, excellent for wishing on, and you must never stop.
As you can see, I am still here on the Boulay farm. Still mending the old wheelbarrow, still tending the pump. My brother and his wife are with me, along with their joyous little boy. They name Francois. We do not talk about the war, my brother and I. But sometimes, on a clear night, after I've said my goodnight prayers, I look up to the stars and I whisper, peace be with you, Reinhold Schultz. Peace be with you, Eddie Miller, wherever you are.